Sorry if I'm sorry about the air conditioner. It might be a little distracting, but I'm sorry. It's really hot in here. Anyways, hello. I think you all know me by now, but I'm gonna get right to the point. Tonight, yeah, I'm saying tonight. It's fucking dark out. I fell asleep a little too early. That was my fault. Yeah, my bed is just too comfy. Anyways, I fell asleep a little too early, and now it's like, I think it's like 9. Anyways, I'm going to be going through all of my notebooks, sketchbooks, whatever you want to call them. Just going to be talking about all the different drawings and their origins and shit. First, I'm going to start with the blue book, since I think this is the earliest one. The title alone is already foreshadowing. I think out of all these, this one's probably the thinnest, because I think when I first got this, I was doodling a bunch of dumb shit in here, and I would always draw stuff in nothing but ink, hardly any sketching at the time. So whenever I would screw up a drawing, I would always rip out the page. Hold on, let me just try to zoom out a little better. Damn it, Alright, I think I'll just stand up for the most part so that, so that the light doesn't shine over it. Alright, first up is this. I remembered, I can't quite remember when I first doodled this, but, I think it was winter of, 2018, 2017, actually. I think that was around the time when I first saw Klaus. Anybody remember Klaus? I think it's a pretty good movie. I mean, I hate the lie reveal trope, and I hate how they implemented the lie reveal trope in the movie, but whatever. Anyways, I really wanted to, I think I remember at the time, I really wanted to, make up my own, I don't know, make up my own comic series or something, about a really big guy and a little skinny, grumpy guy living together on a desolate, cold island. And that's pretty much it. And, these are I guess these are some Tomstatovs of Burke. Yeah, I guess these are How to Train Your Dragon OCs, but I never really did anything with them. I might have done a lot of stuff with Vermic here, but not so much with Churchill or Tunwil. I don't even know what the fuck kind of name is Tunwil. Here's a really old character. That's Thomas. He's a wizard of some kind. I don't think I ever really fleshed out his thing, but he was part of this this one really old doodle book I made back in the day. I titled The Ones, which is basically just about these supernatural demigod monster things. I don't know. I don't know why I called them The Ones. I guess I thought that'd be clever. Here's a few more of them. You got Tolgrid, Darvist, and Dravid. I can't remember who's who. I think this is Tolgrid. I think that's Darvist, and I think this is Dravid, but I can't remember. First time I ever drew a table. Can you believe that? This is 6, except it's spelled wrong. It's SYCKS. I thought I was being so clever, because he was supposed to be like a parody of 6 from 9. That probably doesn't sound like it. Just a thing of Vermic staring out at sea. Here's Ed. He's one of the Tomstatovs from earlier. I really like him because fun facts about him. He's a mute. He's allergic to pickles. He loves to use a typewriter that his mom gave him. That's all I can remember. Here's Xander, like a really old design of him. I don't think I've ever really remastered it, but that's him, I guess. You guys remember this meme? Out of your friends, which are you? Truck freak, crazy ass. However you pronounce this. The fighter. I guess I like this just because of how stupid it is. I also kind of just like how I drew the crazy ass. I mean, I tried to make him look like he was wearing a straitjacket, but he kind of just looks like he has, I don't know, it looks like he's got scratches all over him. This thing I'm kind of proud of. It definitely fits the it's meant to be the scary bit. I don't know. Cosmodra. This one is horrible. It's meant to be, well, that's Vermic right there. So you guys remember Buck and Rudy from... Son of a bitch. I forgot to... You guys remember Buck and Rudy from Ice Age 3? Well, I tried doing something similar to that with Vermic here and Cosmodra. Now, Cosmodra is supposed to be the queen of this species of dragons called Bloody Gliders, or Crimson Gliders. I might have renamed them at some point. And the little circle in the middle, that's her egg, but Vermic thinks it's a giant ruby. Okay, you guys remember, what the hell is it? What the hell is his name? I think his name was, Beelzebub. The villain from, the Book of Life. I think his name was, like, Beelzebub or something. I think it sounded like that. Or Bowsy, whatever, I can't remember. This one. In case you haven't seen the Trilby Dogtooth cartoon that Will McDaniel made, spoiler alert, it's basically this animation about this guy who's allegedly the best monster killer to ever live. Unfortunately, all the really cool monsters got killed long before he was born. So now he's stuck with all the has-been monsters, the pests of the neighborhood that nobody knows about. And he mentions this one creature called the Bog Clogger, and I really liked that name, because, well, you know, so I thought, hey, what if I just doodled my own rendition of that? I even came up with a brief, I guess, biology thing for it. It's basically this swamp monster, as said by the name. And like a beaver, it likes to make these dams so that it can live there. And it's like covered from head to toe in like grass or fur or something. And next up is... You guys remember that, damn it. Hold on. You guys remember when... that sports team song by Weird Al. I actually really like this one. I actually really like this one. It's so funny. It's been a while since I listened to it, so I can't. Ruby, what are you doing? Get down from there. Ruby, no. You're not gonna knock down my pens. Get down from there. Come here. Bad kitty. She's just being impatient. She wants dinner. But she had dinner a little while ago. Anyways. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Drawing myself with the rainbow shirt. Look at that. It says, traps are totally gay. Because at the time, I saw a lot of memes that were like, traps are only 2.19% gay. Yeah, well, guess what, folks? Traps are gay. Because if you're into dudes, that's gay. That's just fact. Anyways. Okay, this is a little better. Okay, here it is. In fact, we've played teams across the nation, and you're the worst we've got. I'm trying to remember the right. What is the temp? Try to assimilate the information. You're still failing. Oh, and somehow we are still failing to effectively articulate the points at hand. Allow us now to summarize them in a manner that your feeble brains can understand. We're great, and you suck. I don't know what the fuck is going on with this dude in the bottom, but I don't know what's with the arms attached to the teeth. It's so stupid. But I love this song, so it's funny, whatever. Really early concept of things I made up called mollywogs. I can't remember how I came up with them. I think I thought of the name first and thought, alright, I'll just make a really silly looking amphibian. Yeah. And then here's Darius. Well, okay, I'm gonna try to read the lore here. Darius is a great and noble being who spends most of his immortal life within his expansive mind, and due to his constant meditation, he's achieved much more than just a third or fourth or fifth eye. He's otherwise known as the most peaceful and composed being in the Shattered Sigma. However, he really doesn't like it when others interrupt his meditation. He won't harm or kill you, but he will show you just what he's capable of. He lives on the planet Venus. If you wish to be taught his great knowledge, you must prove yourself worthy to him. How? I don't know. I never wrote it down. Some fan art of Horus. Now, for those who don't know Horus, I bumped against the camera. For those who don't know Horus, he's a character created by Vivzipop for the comic Zoophobia, right? But the thing is, I loved Horus so much and he was used so little in the comic that I just really wanted to see more stuff with him, but I knew Viv was never gonna do that, so I figured, fuck it, what if I just make my own version of him and try to do stuff with him that way? Unfortunately, nothing can be his original design, because I fucking hate this design. I mean, I kind of like it, but it doesn't really do the original justice. I tried designing a bunch of different weird staffs for him. I tried coming up with a nice and simple design for him, because at the time I didn't really like drawing with pencils, you see. But I hate this design. Because it both looks too similar to him, but doesn't look different enough. It just doesn't look, I don't know. I don't know what I was trying to achieve. Bonus Van Hortala. And now, this is a character with some history. He might have been a one-off, but I actually tried writing a story around him one time. He's actually meant to be a Zoophobia OC. You see, his deal is that he's a lot like Trilby Dogtooth. He's a monster hunter. By night, he's hunting things like chupacabras, lizard monsters, vampires, stuff like that. But by day, he's just sleeping in his hut over here. Vampire exterminator for... Oh, wait, never mind. He's not a monster hunter, he's a vampire. Well, whatever. There's also a thing that says pets for... I guess he sells some of the... Yeah. So the story was basically through the point of view of Cameron, again another character from Zoophobia, and I fucking love Cameron. She's probably my favorite in the whole comic, mainly because, well, as much as I love all the zany, colorful monsters and characters, she's got to be my favorite character in the whole comic. Like, even more than Horus, because I don't know, I just love how she contrasts so well with the... This is just a doodle of Cosmodra and Vermic. That's just stupid Krampus. Oh, this is a doodle of Asticio. He's an old god character I came up with. He's basically just this giant talking eyeball. Hold on, just trying to weigh it down with the headphones. Awesome. Nope. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Okay, I need to turn off the air conditioner. It is starting to piss me off. Yeah, I took off the plug and it bumped against the desk. Alright, enough of that shit. Alright, some doodles of some old sirens that I came up with a really long time ago. Like, probably back in, I guess, 2017? Some more sirens. This is Broxy. He's a really old character. I can't remember how I came up with them exactly. I guess I just wanted to create my own chaos god or something. I also really wanted to create a character who could do anything. Like kind of like Discord from MLP. Also, his full real name is actually Krudge Broxnatana. Don't know why the hell I gave him that name. Here's Fiera, another old character. I remember his backstory being that, I don't know, it's really stupid. His species used to live on this huge, flaming, spiky planet called, Flareon. Then one day, I don't know, it's gonna sound really stupid, but this huge storm of some kind just suddenly happens by the planet and puts out all the fire and kills all the other Flareons. All except for Fiera, and then he gets really pissed and then he goes crazy because he's all alone for so long. Again, stupid. Here's Pashus. He used to be the son and the student of this one god named Shella, who was basically a love goddess. But then eventually, Shella's job was to help people fall in love, but pastures here, his job was to break some of them up. And you know, whenever he broke them up, he would always reward himself by eating their hearts, which Shella was not a fan of. So eventually, she fired him and banished him to a planet in the middle of nowhere where he couldn't eat anybody's hearts. And again, another thing of Horus. What do I want to be? Yeah, at some point, I really wanted to be a drifter. That was stupid of me, because from what I've heard, a drifter's life is not ideal. But whatever. Okay, here's a really good one. This is fucking stop it. It's not your turn. Okay, this is Boris or Boriskal. He's he's a Luncarian. I can't remember much about him. I remember his backstory though. He lives on this planet called Luncaria. Luncaria is basically Russia, but if it was an alien planet. And his backstory is this. His mom used to be the queen of the place until eventually she got Alzheimer's and he had to take over early. He was like 8 or 9 when he took over the place, so that was hard. Eventually he came across this huge cave inhabited by these moth creatures. It was actually like one giant moth, and there was like a bunch of baby moths or something, and they all really liked him. And the staff here, it lets him call the moths to his aid, and these moths are no joke. Like, you know, they're poisonous, they got telekinesis, Here's a really old design of Boris. This is the new one. I personally like this one better. It has a lot more, I guess, weight to it. This one is just shitty. Hardly any detail. Plus the staff looks horrible. The new one looks great though. You can actually tell what it is now. What the fuck is this? Oh, that's Miller. Just a really dumb old design of Miller. What the hell is this, though? Remigs? Oh, wait, no, I remember now. There's this creepypasta. What the hell is it called again? Well, I can't remember what it was. It had a really unnecessarily long title. But anyways, the story was basically this. These marine biologists are following around this super unique-looking whale, thinking it could be a new species. Then eventually, as they're following this whale, I think they nicknamed him Arrows. That's it, Arrows. And eventually, little Arrows decides to take a little dive, and the guys decide to follow him via radar or something. But then they detect some other things, and apparently they're not whales. They think they're whales, but no. Now, according to the story, these sea monsters looked like floating masses of green stuff with glowing bulbs, and I remember at one point Arrows tried to distract the sea monsters so that the marine biologists would get away, and in the story it described that the things would pull out these spear-like protrusions and kill Arrows with them. So I tried drawing like these. God, this is ugh. Okay, here's like a slight redesign, I guess. It still looks pretty shitty, though. Q&A with the Mott? Oh, right. Here's the thing with Molly. What the hell is this TV guy doing here? Get out of here. Here's another doodle of a mollywog. Oh, right, I remember now. This was like a whole cast thing for the Monsters of Triumph. No, don't worry about that. It's not porn. Like they just wanted when he was a little dude, and this is him as an adult. Can you see the difference? It was imagined that Wandawood would be wearing a little winter hat when he was a toddler or something. He was a doodle of Miller. He was a firefly. I called them lifies or something. I don't know. I just wanted to create a thing similar to fireflies. Here's a Vanus. I don't know what that is. Yeah, that's everything. Alright, next one. Okay, I think this one has some way better stuff in here. Yeah, just a rat. Long story short, I watched this pilot for the show The Modifiers. Sadly, it was never picked up. And there was a rat character in there I really liked, so I tried doing fan art of him, but I ended up just making a weird rat doodle. And then after that, I started doodling a bunch more animals in my style. Here's some frilled lizards. I don't know why. At the time, I thought they were called umbrella lizards for a little bit. I tried coloring them in, but I just stopped at some point. Here's a random anglerfish, and there's her boy toy at the bottom. And here's a secretary bird. I know the face looks weird, but well, you know, I think it looks nice. Here's a quail. My only regret with this drawing is not drawing a bunch of little chicks surrounding her. That would have been cute. Here's a ferret. His tail is gonna look way longer. Look closely, you can actually see the sketch lines for the tail, but nah, I just shrunk it down. Here's a kiwi. I'm not a fan of the feet, but everything else looks alright. Here's a pelican. I love pelicans. I think pelicans are cool. Here's a knoll. Here's some more frilled lizards, but these ones definitely don't look as good as the first one. I wanted to draw the rats again, but never did. Another thing of Horus. God damn it! Why can't I stop? Okay. At the time, I was really getting into Concrete Genie. I always loved those little. I guess they're really called genies. You know, I tried doodling my own. Here's a collie. Here's Lop. I don't know why I came up with... I just thought if I gave them really simple names... Okay, this one looks nothing like a Concrete Genie, I'll admit. Concrete Genies do not have pupils, they don't have huge underbites, but I think everything else kind of checks out. The face is wrong, though. The face is all wrong. Here's this guy, again, not a very on-model Concrete Genie, because they don't got pupils, but I like him. I think he looks cool. That's Maggie. He's my favorite. Another thing of Maggie. I always imagined that he was like a really huge Concrete Genie. So he could like hoist people up on his head and act like an elevator. And here's probably the first three Concrete Genies I ever made. There's Jasper, there's Fish, and there's Bubba. I didn't come up with those names myself, mind you. That was actually... my cousin, Marissa, actually named them. So, they're technically her characters. Don't know who this guy is, but I think he looks cool. Oh, 2021? Damn. I really like this one. I think this one looks really good. I love the proportions. It's cute. Don't know what... Okay, here's the Snake People from All Tomorrows. I haven't read the book, sadly, but I think I've listened to a few audio things, and I think I get the gist of the book. Yeah, I love the Snake People. Here's this little dude. I think I named him Chickpea at some point. This is just a doodle. Nothing really here. What the hell is this? The wealthy widow who wouldn't wear a wither. I think it's based on something. It sounds familiar. Banjo. Oh, here's a... June 15th. Oh, this was like near the end of school. That's cool. This is Sonny Sylvester the Snail. Yep. I can't remember much about... Okay, at the time I was doodling a bunch of different snail characters. I think it was because I kept thinking about Turbo. You know, that one movie about the snail? Does this say Poppy or Peppy? Yeah, that's Peppy. That's Ernie. That's Lynn, and that's Herman. I tried drawing some standalone things for them. I can't remember much about Herman. All I remember is, I don't know, optimistic or whatever. Here's Peppy. She was basically the yandere of the group. You can see her head is actually a little bit based on Barry from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. Okay. This one is like a modifiers OC. This is Mr. Frills. He was meant to be the rat's like a co-worker or something. Because I really like imagining. I even doodle like hundreds of different. Okay, here's Jasper. He's just chilling on the... Okay, Charlie Wilhelmina. I can't remember how I came up with this guy. I just wanted to... I guess I wanted to make up a really cranky shepherd or something. And this is what he herds around. These are called flans. I don't know why I called them that. I just thought it was funny. Okay, so they can't be used for wool or anything. And you can't eat them either. The meat is kind of like coelacanth meat. It's very bitter. It's very oily. You can't eat it. I think I imagine that maybe, they can shed scales over time, so you can use that as, like, armor or something, or, to fireproof stuff, because, yeah, their scales are kind of fireproof, or maybe in winter, they actually do get fur coats, and, in summer you can, shave them and use them as clothing, or, I don't know, you could ride them around like horses and stuff. And that's a crawlium. Crawliums are Charlie's worst enemy, because they're basically the main predator of flans. Crawliums are basically, I guess they're kind of like wolves. I don't know. I tried doodling a crawlium here, but it didn't really go anywhere. I think I did better later. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, he's a way better drawing of a crawlium. I think it looks really good. And what the hell is this? I think I called them Sibliargs at some point. Here's a doodle of Glowbox. Here's a remastered design of Charlie Alistair Wilhelmina. Looking good, Charlie. And yes, I know he looks like Ren, but whatever. Here's a Ailey's Mansay from Rayman Legend, or at least I think it's meant to be Ailey's. I always really liked Ailey's. Here's a random teensy wizard. Some like expression studies for Charlie, I guess. Here's Charlie sleeping on one of the flans. Old character I came up with a long time ago. His name is Hector. He specializes in hypnotizing people, basically. There's Silbert, I guess. Big Tooth Malloy. I was watching this Bugs Bunny cartoon, and it was about these gang members hanging out, and the narrator is even introducing all of them. They all got their own silly designs, and one of them is just this guy with really huge teeth. He has huge teeth, so much that they cover up his face, almost. And he's got like a little hat on top, and he's got a little cigarette. I thought the design was really cute, and wanted to try it out myself. Here's Chicken from Cow and Chicken. I just really wanted to draw him, because I always loved how fucked up his beak looked in almost every shot. And here's Gilbert, a really old goblin character. Man, why do his thumbs are on the wrong hands? Some Ren doodles. His mouth. You guys remember Coco? Well, there's these monsters in the movie called alebrijes, and the best way I can describe them is they're kind of like Hispanic spirit animals. I tried coming up with my own. This is... What does that say? Okay. Dedicated to Pedro Linares. Linares? I remember looking up one time that this guy named Pedro Linares was actually the first guy who came up with the concept for alebrijes, so I figured, hey, what if I doodle my own and dedicate it to him? That'll be neat. Some ear wiggles. A thing with fucked up teeth. Some doodles of the Deervenator. I think this is more like a style guide for him. Like, draw the legs like this, not like this. Yeah. And, I think this actually still kind of holds up to this day. I think it's a decent sketch. I tried doodling Ren, doing the whole, back off, man! thing. Tried doing a bunch of weird expression things for him. I don't like this one. I mean, it looks cool, but it's dumb. I think if John K saw these, he'd probably be sickened with how much But whatever. Fuck John K. I don't care what he thinks. The guy's a bastard, anyways. I can't remember what this is exactly. Okay, this is, what did I call these again? Doltosaurus, that's it. This is a Doltosaurus. I came up with these guys a really long time ago. I think they're based on a spore creature I made up. Moving on. That's like an eyeball thing. And, this guy right here, I can't remember what I called them, but I think I remember saying that they were like a predator of the Doltosaurs. That's it, I called them Drawls. They're like, I don't know, they're like electric velociraptors or something. Here's another thing of the Drawls, just sideways. I tried recreating a shot from Ren and Stimpy with the crazy looking vermin thing. Come on, Ren, eat the nice vermin. And I don't know what this is. Another thing of the Drawls, I guess. Ivana, Swandolin, and Miller hanging out. Here's a funny doodle of a dude hanging out in his car or something. Hold on, let me lift up the. It's hard to. Okay, that's Mildred Swellings. That's Foxford. Just some random characters. Another Deerfinator. There's Xena. Again, character. There's Xena and Rog if they were babies, I guess. I tried drawing this other character, Ed. Okay. There's this artist on DeviantArt, I forget what they're called, but they make up these creatures called Esks, and I really like how they look, so I tried making my own based on a flower, or maybe that's like based on a already whatever. Here's a character named Khaleesi, I think that's Khaleesi. No, that's Shorben, sorry. I think I named these guys Neanderthals. They're like these primitive lizard monsters. This is Shenli. He's a stork wizard or something. Okay, here's Khaleesi. His backstory is pretty rough, but long story short, he really wanted to be a jester, and what he does is he travels all around he travels from village to village entertaining people, and he's a really weird guy. Here's Zildred. He was like this little mouse character that hung out with the other three stork characters I showed you. You know, Shorben, Shenli, and Khaleesi. Might remaster them. This is a Fickleprognute. I'm not going to read all this. Another Fickleprognute. Here's Norbert. He's just old character. I tried drawing a planet with some stuff growing on it. Another thing of Norbert. He's an old teensy character I randomly doodled one time. Some more teensy doodles. Some more teensies. Jesus, more teensies. How many of these are there? Okay, here's Randall Boggs. I just love Randall, so I doodled him. Another thing of Randall. More Fickleprognutes, but this is what the dudes look like. Meanwhile, this is what the females look like. So, yeah. Just some more dumb shit here. Okay, here's something good. These are called, slug mantises. You can see why. I really like them. I like slugs and I like mantises. Let's move on. Mr. Nihilist and Mr. Optimist. Well, I never. This is shit. It's like bird person. Okay, this one has a pretty neat story. I was watching Wreck-It Ralph back then, and that's a good movie, by the way. And spoiler alert, there's this bit in the movie where Calhoun is just exploring the Sugar Rush game, trying to look for those Cybug things. When suddenly she almost falls through the ground and comes across this this nest of Cybug eggs, and then she says Doomsday and Armageddon just had a baby and it is ugly. And I thought that was cool. I thought, hey, what if Doomsday and Armageddon literally had a baby? What'd they look like? So I just doodled some random demon characters, and that's their baby. I forget what I called her. Mayhem or something. Well, whatever. I wanted to doodle a police guy or something, and he evolved into this. Yep, Constable Clancy Kevin Laugh. Oh yeah, and here's this little dude over here. And that's it. Okay, next book. I think this one's got some really good stuff in here. Hold on. No, that's Rayman. A bunch of different anglerfish and other shit. Doodle of a Deervenator. That's just Clancy. Another Deervenator, except it's lusting after some grapes. Why did I say lusting? I was watching an episode of Cow and Chicken one time, and they mentioned a creature called a man-eating giraffe. And I thought it sounded cool, but when they showed it, it was just a normal-looking giraffe, which was fine, but I was a little disappointed. So I came up with my own crazy-looking giraffe monster, and here he is. Well, I really like designing my own robot monster things for the movie 9, so you know I came up with this guy, the Snatching Beast. I came up with this guy, the Cager, who basically eats them and stores them in his belly, which is a little cage. Hence the name. Doodle of some Luncarians. That's Pashus. Just everybody screaming. Horse screaming. He's a literal lizard wizard. I think I didn't come up with this on my own, I'll be honest. I might have copied this from an already existing Bill Cipher drawing, but I couldn't find the original anywhere, so I just doodled it from memory. I think this is around the time I started actually sketching instead of just... Actually, wait, no, I think it was in the orange one. Whatever. Here's some more Bill doodles. This is a really good one. Because the thumbs are actually in the right place, it seemed like it. I also liked the idea that Bill's eye socket is basically his eye, is basically his mouth, and his eye just lives in it. And another thing of Ren. It's weird. No matter how many times I drew Ren back then, I could never seem to draw him to my... I don't know, like, no matter how I drew him, I was never satisfied. I kept thinking, no, this is wrong! This is wrong! Don't know who that guy is. Just some random mouths. An old rendition of what I thought the Jabberwocky would look like. It's garbage. Grimmer. I don't know, it's just a Grim Reaper character I made up back then. There's Mr. Frills again, except this time he's getting chased by Rat Guy. Some more doodles of Mr. Frills. There's the all-seeing eye from the Modifiers. And thought it'd be funny if it like bashed him on the head. That's him getting punched and uppercut. That's him using his frill like an umbrella. I thought it'd be funny. Just some more stupid expressions. Here's a Deervenator getting chased by something. I don't know. Some more Mr. Frill stuff. Was just experimenting with shit here. There's Axel. Okay. You guys remember I Hate Fairyland? It was this pretty neat webcomic. Sadly I haven't exactly gotten around to finishing it, but spoiler alert, there's this one bit in the comic where all the kings and different rulers and queens of Fairyland come together wondering, so how that I should probably explain the premise. Okay, so the premise of I Hate Fairyland is this. This little girl named Gertrude is just hanging out one day, dreaming that one day she could live in a fantasy world. When one day, her dream is granted, her wish is granted, so she's taken to Fairyland, which is basically just an embodiment of, like, all things fantasy and shit. Then, but of course, she's unable to find her way out for some reason. So, you know, she's stuck there for years, and eventually, the people in charge of Fairyland get really sick of her, so they try to kill her with assassins and stuff. And, this guy was a character I made up. He was gonna be king of the Rust Kingdom or something. And a little fun fact: he's mostly just a head. This is like a cyborg body for him. And now I can't remember what I named him, but this guy here, his old body, he was jacked. Like he had like you know possibly the biggest muscles of any guy ever. But then one day, you know, a bunch of rust monsters killed him, mauled him, ate him, only left his head behind. And, well, his subjects banded together, made him a new body to the best of their ability, so they made this piece of shit. They just cobbled together some garbage and gave him a chicken butt as a torso. And it's not even a rooster's butt. That's the butt of a hen. So, you know, it's extra humiliating. Some more garbage. That's a doodle of Violet from Larva. I don't know what this is. Some more Xander shit. A doodle of a guy from... A doodle of a thing from Hollow Knight, I guess. I can't remember his name. Says Sly the guy? I don't know. That's Jordan. He's an old Cyclops character I made. My version of Cyclops is they're like these underground, stone-skinned creatures. That's the doodle of the guy with really weird eyes from the second Croods movie. I actually really liked it. Don't know what this is. There's the Pale King from Hollow Knight. Can't remember who this is. Oh, hold on, I think it says... Oh, Willow. Okay. She was like a giraffe beetle, I think. Yeah, I thought she was cute, so I tried doodling her in my own style. I guess that's Hal with his dad. I don't know. It's just, again, another... Feed me, Seaboy. I don't know. Nope, I'm not gonna read this. Shitty comic. Really shitty comic. Don't know what the... Okay, I think I tried doodling Ren again, but I just went crazy. And there's a really skinny blind dude, I guess. Don't know what this is. Don't know what that is. Let me just skip ahead until I see something interesting. Is it coming out of the house? Here's a really old Inktober entry, number 17, Collide. It was originally going to be a thing with a meteor crashing into some dinosaurs, but I don't know, I thought it looked basic. And I think that's it. Fuck! Okay, I think that's all the time I have. But stay tuned for part 2 when I do these last 2 books here.